What if, tomorrow, the Earth's magnetic poles suddenly flipped? North becomes south and south becomes north. Would it be chaos? Would we even notice? Today, we're going to dive into the science of magnetic pole reversals, why they happen, what would happen if the poles reversed, and how it could affect life on Earth, including the technology we depend on. Magnetic pole reversals are a natural part of Earth's geologic history, but understanding them is key to grasping what impact such a reversal could have on the world as we know it. So let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. What is a magnetic pole reversal? Earth has a magnetic field that extends from the planet's core out into space. This magnetic field acts like a shield, protecting us from harmful solar radiation. The magnetic poles, north and south, are defined by the direction in which the magnetic field points. Now here's where it gets interesting. Earth's magnetic field isn't fixed. Over time, the magnetic poles have swapped places, meaning the north magnetic pole has become the south magnetic pole, and vice versa. This is called a geomagnetic reversal, and it's been happening throughout Earth's history. On average, these reversals occur every 200,000 to 300,000 years, although the timing is irregular. The last full reversal happened about 780,000 years ago, which means we're kind of overdue. But what causes this to happen? Scientists believe that pole reversals are related to processes deep inside the Earth. Our planet's core is made of molten iron and nickel, and as these materials move, they generate the magnetic field. Changes in the flow of this molten material can cause the magnetic poles to flip, and this is important, this is a slow process. It doesn't happen overnight or even within a human lifetime. So what happens during a reversal? Is it instant? The short answer is no. A pole reversal isn't like flipping a light switch. It can take thousands of years for the poles to fully flip. During this transition, the magnetic field becomes weaker and more chaotic. Magnetic north and south could end up in strange places. For instance, you might find the north magnetic pole somewhere near the equator for a while. In the past, we've seen the poles wander around the globe before settling into their new positions. What's also important to understand is that the magnetic field doesn't disappear completely during this process, but it does become much weaker. This weakened magnetic field means the Earth's protection from cosmic radiation is reduced, and that's where potential problems start. If the magnetic poles reverse tomorrow, one of the first noticeable consequences would be the weakening of Earth's magnetic field. This weakening could last for hundreds or even thousands of years. So what does that mean for life on Earth? A weaker magnetic field means more solar and cosmic radiation would reach Earth's surface. Normally, the magnetic field deflects harmful solar wind and cosmic rays, but with it being weaker, more radiation would get through. This could lead to 1. Increased radiation exposure. While this wouldn't mean instant death for humans or animals, it could have long-term effects on health, such as an increased risk of cancer due to higher radiation exposure. 2. Satellites and power grids. More radiation reaching Earth's atmosphere could disrupt satellites, GPS systems, and communication networks. You might be thinking about your cell phone right now. Yes, even that could be affected. Large solar storms could damage power grids, leading to widespread blackouts and damage to electrical infrastructure. 3. Air travel airplanes flying at high altitudes would be more exposed to cosmic radiation. Airlines might need to change flight paths to avoid these areas of intense radiation, which could increase travel times and costs. 4. Auroras. On the upside, we'd likely see more auroras. Those beautiful displays of light in the night sky that we typically associate with the northern and southern poles. With a weaker magnetic field, auroras might be visible at lower latitudes, so places that don't normally see them, like parts of Europe or the United States, might get a light show. But while these issues sound serious, it's important to remember that humanity has faced weakened magnetic fields during past reversals. Life survived and we've made it through. The key difference now is how reliant we are on technology. Perhaps the biggest difference between past reversals and a hypothetical one tomorrow is our dependence on technology. The last pole reversal occurred long before we had satellites, power grids, or modern electronics. So this is where the real challenges lie. Let's talk about satellites first. Satellites are crucial for everything from GPS navigation to television broadcast to military operations. A weaker magnetic field means they'd be more vulnerable to solar storms and cosmic radiation. The additional radiation could damage or disable satellites, which would cause communication disruptions, loss of GPS accuracy, and a whole host of other issues. Another area of concern is the power grid. If a major solar storm were to hit Earth during a time of weakened magnetic protection, the induced electrical currents could overload transformers and power lines, causing widespread power outages. Some scientists even think a big enough storm could take down entire power grids for weeks or months in the most severe cases. Now, you might be wondering, how would a magnetic pole reversal affect life itself? The truth is, life on Earth has survived many reversals in the past. There's no evidence that past reversals caused mass extinctions or catastrophic environmental changes. So life, plants, animals, and humans would probably adapt to the changes, as we always have. As for climate change, there isn't much evidence to suggest that a pole reversal would significantly impact Earth's climate. The magnetic field and climate are largely separate systems, although some have theorized that the increased radiation could affect weather patterns. However, this remains speculative at this point. So, should we be worried? While a magnetic pole reversal would certainly create challenges, it wouldn't be the end of the world. We would face increased radiation exposure and potential disruptions to our technology, but life on Earth has weathered this before. The main takeaway is that we need to prepare, especially in terms of our technology. Governments and industries are already researching ways to protect satellites and power grids from solar storms, and with increased awareness, we can be better equipped for whatever challenges come with a pole reversal. In conclusion, if the magnetic poles were to reverse tomorrow, the immediate effects wouldn't be catastrophic, but they would be disruptive. While a pole reversal could expose us to more radiation and impact our technology, we can take steps to mitigate these effects. Life would adapt, just as it always has, and hey, we might even get more chances to see those incredible auroras. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what other wild science topics you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, stay curious.